Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen video. We've got a big info dump for you about the 2955 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, what's new this year, limited sales, when and how you can get an IDRIS. We've also got an update with the Alpha 4.4.0 open patch at the moment, which is going to be going live shortly-ish, and we'll talk about that. And we've got the latest on the Engineering Wave 1 test, which was open at least briefly to more players before CIG took it down because of some major issues, but it will return. We'll talk about that as well. Let's start with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955 FAQ. Orison welcomes you. So, some stuff that you might want to know about the IAE that we haven't previously discussed. The IAE opens its gates and its free fly starts on the 20th of November at 4 p.m. UTC at the Crusader Vision Center, the Orison Vision Center on Crusader. You can follow the signs to get onto the right shuttles. Everyone will be given access to a Crusader Intrepid for the duration of the event. So whether you're an entirely new player, because it's free fly, you can try Star Citizen for free, or if you're a veteran player, whatever, you will get a Crusader Intrepid until the event ends on the 3rd of December. You can rent ships for 48 hours from the traveller terminals at the Expo Hall, and new manufacturers will be showing their wares each day, which will change at 4 p.m. UTC. I say showing their wares, you'll be able to buy their ships on the website, you'll be able to rent their ships on the terminals at the Expo Hall. I'm not sure if the hall is going to change at all. It might change a little, they might change some of the ships up, but I don't think it's going to be drastic change. This all changes at 4 p.m. UTC each day. If you have a ship showdown ship, a Polaris, an Asgard, a Zeus Mark II ES, or the Gladiator, if that is in your hangar by the end of the IAE, so you actually have purchased one with real money, then you'll get a free skin for that ship. CIG have now said as well that you don't need a gold license. As from the 2955 IAE, you won't need a gold license to buy an F-8C Lightning. Previous to that, you had to have a gold license that you found in the game. The ship is limited to one per account still, and CIG said, we want to celebrate two groups of players, those who've redeemed a gold license and previously unlocked pledge access, and those who've reached the qualifying concierge level ahead of Anvil Day during IAE. So, if you are in either group, you'll receive a special commemorative Night Weaver livery, a skin for that F-8C ship, and that's going to be distributed during Anvil Day. The paint is not giftable and will not retroactively be available if you hit concierge after Anvil Day. It does say actually the qualifying concierge level is what it's actually referring to when it says concierge. So it might actually be referring to Wing Commander concierge level, which is $10,000 spent, where you got the F-8C and the Shockwave paint for it. Citation needed, but you don't need that skin to enjoy that ship. It is a cool little collector's thing, a little extra thing. I would not push yourself to get concierge of that level. Twitch drops a landing as well, so if you watch a Star Citizen streamer that's got that enabled for 4 hours during the IAE, you'll get a full little armor set for FPS use. It should inform you if the Twitch drop is on, and you do have to connect your Twitch account to your RSI account. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, there's lots of ship sales going on. You can get all the stuff in-game. You don't need to buy it with real money, but a lot of you are still going to. And I am checking my wallet for Perseus funds. I mean, I'm going to almost certainly buy a Perseus. It's one of my favourite ships. I thought I had one. I don't think I do. There will be a selection of flyable ships and new vehicles that are revealed or on sale. This Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2955 is your final opportunity to pledge for certain ships before they go up in price. So it's the Hull A and B, the Raft, and the Raylan. That's what CIG has said. There will be daily war bond deals running for 24 hours each. They'll start at 4 p.m. UTC each day. Also, there's going to be some select ones during the finale between the 30th of November and the 3rd of December, which will end at 8 p.m. UTC. Limited ships, so things like the IDRIS, the Javelin, the Kraken, stuff like that, they will be sold on their appropriate manufacturer day in 6 waves, starting at 4 p.m. UTC again, and then sold every 4 hours, a new wave. Bam. So, what and when are we getting these limited ships? On the 20th, you're getting the Constellation Phoenix. On the 21st, you're getting the Origin 890 Jump. On the 22nd, you're getting the Kraken and Kraken Privateer. On the 24th, you're getting the Hull E. The 26th, you're getting the Pioneer. and on the 28th, you're getting the Idris P and Javelin. I suspect as well that you'll be able to buy the Javelin kits, the sort of Javelin K kit, stuff like that as well. I'm really interested to know if you're looking to pick up anything during the IAE, and obviously we've got a video as well going over the rumours, leaks, and expectations of some of those ships and vehicles that are going to be turning up at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo that are entirely new, or the Perseus as well, with potentially some changes. Alpha 4.4, we've got an update here. There's another open PT patch. They put them out daily, especially when they're trying to get this ready for live. And this is basically just crash fixes, bug fixes, and polish. So more polish to the Nix system and Levski and the Vandal Tech Smuggler stuff. Lots of performance passes and level of detail polish, art, audio, lighting, all tweaked and that sort of stuff. And they fixed a variety of different things, from comm calls sort of cutting off early to missions not being progressible, players spawning in prison when they shouldn't, players spawning in hospital rather than prison, getting awarded the wrong reputation, and like missions not being repeatable when they should be repeatable, like the Vandal Tech Smugglers mission. As far as I'm aware, they've not tested publicly with a test group any of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo ships like the Perseus, and they might not. I saw a little bit of drama about this, sort of concerns that means that these ships will be broken on release. So it's possible they might run a little mini Evo test for them. They might run a large public test before the IAE still, or they might have tested them loads by using their internal QA stuff. I don't believe any of those ships that they're going to be releasing, or vehicles, are game-changing or make use of new features, so there is a lot less to go wrong. That said, well, there's certainly going to be bugs and problems with them to some degree. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you like, yeah, of course they're going to test these ships more publicly in the PT before releasing them at the IAE, or maybe some of them, maybe not others. I did see a thread, no missions for the People's Alliance, and Nix, and Elliot Maltby, lead mission designer for Star Citizen, said, "You can't do missions for the People's Alliance yet. We do want them and are fully aware of narrative of Nix and how important the People's Alliance are to the system. With the goals of 1.0, we're focusing on getting the main guild factions in. It's why you have now seen the Dead Saints, FTL, and Intersect defense solutions. The reason being these help push us towards 1.0 and also help get the stage set for when Reputation version 2 comes in." So yeah, that's really good to know. Obviously, we are getting more and more missions. They're expanding out Nix over the next year or so, right? They're still adding content to Stanton and Pyro and expanding that out too. The engineering tech preview. So we had a Wave 1 playtest, but that has since come down because CIG had a variety of issues. I could not play in that latest playtest. I could not get Star Citizen to run. It kept flagging my graphics drivers and Vulkan.dll as an issue, and said files were missing, and then it didn't work with cheat protection, all that sort of stuff. So the PTU and live work fine for me, which is really annoying. I've had that issue with Star Citizen before, and I've switched to older AMD drivers. Normally that gets it working, and it still wouldn't work for me, so I'll tweak that. I didn't have much time to sort of test that and get it working. Anyway, the reason CIG actually brought the engineering test down was twofold. Due to hybrid crashes on the tech preview, CIG said they're going to take the environment down. It was at 6 p.m. CST, which I think is midnight UTC. They are planning to get a fix in and try and reopen that today. Also, it appears local inventories weren't working, and Orison and Lawville, they might have been working, but there was lots of stuff that was broken. Also, a lot of testers didn't really know how to approach the engineering tests, as there wasn't an instruction set or detailed patch notes. It was quite a lot of, there you go, it's in. I know what am I doing? Anyway, I'll go over what is and was being tested in the engineering build. I won't be able to show you anything of like the new UI or whatever, but it's similar to the old one with more functionality and looks a little bit better. I can recommend checking out Captain Foxy Loxy. They've done a video and are great at testing this sort of stuff on their channel. They just go bam, jump into game immediately, test a load of stuff out and talk about it. Really recommend his stuff. Engineering is working to some degree on around 70 plus ships and vehicles at the moment, but not every ship by all means. So even without an engineering console, a ship that is just one seater or whatever, a pilot or co-pilot or whatever, will have access to basic engineering functions from their station. That's also true of multi-crew ships. It allows you to see component status, damage, health, and allows you to allocate power, turn stuff on and off, turn components on and off, but it's significantly limited compared to an engineering terminal. Engineering terminals will allow you to see all of the engineering events that have happened over the last X period of time. If a component's overheated, broke, disabled, etc. On the main engineering screen, you can see life support, cooling, your hull status, fuel status, and a map of the ship with doors, components, and any emergencies going on. You can select individual components and doors, whatever, open them, close them, turn them on, turn them off. You can see an item's wear and tear, health, temperature, and detailed status. If you click on them, components can get too hot and shut down, but also overheated or damaged components can catch fire. Your ship's coolers are incredibly important. Fire extinguishers, they can be used, they can sort of be picked up and used as a weapon, and they'll be holstered like a weapon as well, and you can use that to cool stuff down. You can use that to put out fires. Fires can spread and raise temperatures, hurt, and consume oxygen. Some components are for redundancy now as well. So, for example, shield generators on some ships will effectively be spare and redundant systems until other ones go offline, or you power those ones on, but you don't use all your shield generators simultaneously, is the idea. Well, you do on some ships, but it depends on the ship. You can open and close any doors or lock them, even component and hangar doors. There is a more detailed power manager as well with the engineering terminal. You can save multiple presets of power configurations and then switch to them quickly on the fly. I'm in this sort of situation, or I'm in a combat situation, bam, bam, bam. There is a life support and venting system for each room too, and you can go, I'll vent all of the air in this area of the ship. Poof. If you lose power, you can physically interact with a door to emergency override. This will allow you to power the door once to either opened or closed state. I think in Squadron 42, we've seen them pump a door to sort of open it. That's actually what I prefer, that there's some form of physical interaction. You can't open and close doors as many times as you want, but it takes a while to open them. Or maybe you should be able to just open them like that, but not close them. You can only close them once. I need to test this before actually having a real opinion. That's just a lot of I reckons. I'm really interested. Have you played in any of the engineering builds? What do you think? It's going to be a while before this is in our hands and live. What do you think of 4.4? Are you like, oh yeah, they're getting it ready for live release, but they're just doing bug fixes and polish now, so they are prepping it for live release. That could be for this weekend. That could be for just before the IAE. I'm interested to know what you think on that. And are you going to be buying anything during the IAE? You're trying to get yourself an Idris or a Javelin, or are you going to go, no, I'll just build one in-game or buy one in-game? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And something else that you should do is go down to the links below. Oh, what's that? A nordvpn.com/BoredGamer link. I'm going to click that. I'm going to get myself some NordVPN. That gives BoredGamer money. That makes him happy, but also gets you better accessibility, security, and privacy on the interwebs. BoredGamer uses it. Why shouldn't I? Also, Toby eye trackers are on sale. Go check out the links below for that as well. 20% off. Whoa, that's great percentage off. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For November, we are giving away the latest in pristine technology, the Grey's Market Shiv, a heavy fighter with a bucket of weaponry, and the first compound ship in game. It is made up of a cutlass and a load of other ships stuck together. It comes with lifetime insurance and a game package, all you need to play Star Citizen. But we're also bundling in a CitizenCon digital goodies pack, just loads of FPS items and stuff that you can put around your hangar and your base eventually. Just comment on any of our videos during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, a big thank you to CIG for providing that prize. If you would like to further support the channel by clicking the join button under our videos and becoming a channel member or becoming a Patreon, then please do. It helps out a ton and enables us to make daily Star Citizen content, even when the YouTube algorithm or revenues are unkind. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click any of the affiliate links under our videos. That helps too. It gives us a little kickback. Share with us your feedback and what you'd like to see. We'll see you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video.